Hello everyone, welcome back to our third devlog. So what happened this previous 2 weeks? It's been 2 weeks, we haven't uploaded anything. So what happened? Basically, we were working on the open world and we kind of realized it looks good but it feels very barren, so we need to populate it somehow. So we ended up adding lots of grass, and I made modular house sets, which I'm going to show you in a minute, and we ended up using those to populate the world and just make it feel more cohesive, more believable in general. So as you see here, I'm going to be starting laying placing the houses in their places. So there are basically 3 houses and each one is somewhat of a modular set. That means I can just, now it's not super modular unlike other modular sets. It's basically kind of finished looking houses, but these houses you can just place them, mash them up in any way you want and make them look really. So, and as you see, we added like a bunch of fireflies just to make it look better, and for it to work better with the levels themselves have a bunch of fireflies around, so that references that, and you remember that this is all in the same world. So in this video eventually I'm going to show you how I made these modeling sets. Now I know they have no textures yet. I'm going to texture them, and after I texture them we're going to populate them everywhere in the world. But for now I just want to put them in this small corner and test and see if they look well or acceptable. And yeah, now this is the rest of the grass. So it's awesome that Unreal has the brush tool. I don't have to do this manually. I just can go and just brush the whole thing, and it's great. The way that I set up these grasses is that on one side you can see them, but if you ever go behind it you can't see them. But that's not a problem since our player would not have that ability. So our player will only see the grass at all times without knowing that if you turn the camera the other way around, the grass won't be there. And the grass has a culling, so at certain distance the grass would disappear, so that way we can save up on memory. As you see here, I'm gonna start modeling the houses. Now obviously this takes a lot of time. It took me something about 2 hours or 3 hours just to make them, and it shouldn't take that much, but I was very picky on the model itself and how it looked, and I was pretty happy by the end result. So in this devlog specifically I'm not gonna talk too much. So I'm just going to roll the video and you can see how I made the model, at least parts of it, since I can't place everything here. It's going to take too long. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the video. For next week, I'm going to basically be populating the world with the houses, and we're going to be working on making a much better version of the game. What I mean by that is just making the first chapter a better play, because people were complaining that the difficulty spike was everywhere. Now we don't want to make this an easy game, that's not our intention, but just to make a more reasonable difficulty spike and have a much better tutorial integrated in the game. Instead of having just like this tab you enter and you read the tutorial, we'll have the tutorial itself be part of the first couple of levels, where we will introduce you to the mechanics, the controls, the enemies, and we'll just have a much better and cohesive experience in general. So thank you very much for watching this devlog. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and wait for next week to see what we do next. Goodbye.